I'm Ted Ames. I live in Stonington, Maine. I codfished for 25 years or thereabouts in northern Gulf of Maine. Fishing was always great fun, and those of us that fish for our living do it because that's our passion. That's how we're wired. Some people like to paint, others sing. We fish. My family has fished in the same area for 250 years. It's just a fisherman's paradise, but it's only that when it's taken care of, and it's been terribly abused, and that's why we're fighting to get it back. Our story starts when codfish stocks collapsed. My wife Robin and I and Ted Hoskins, a retired Seacoast Mission minister, got together and formed a small nonprofit foundation that would provide these opportunities for fishing communities, particularly in eastern Maine, where we really don't have job alternatives. Either you fish or you're forced to move out of town.
We have a simple mission, which is to make sure that there's a future for the fishing communities in eastern Maine. And I think some people don't realize that right 6 hours north of Boston, you can be so remote. These are the communities. There are about 50 fishing communities, about 3,000 fishermen there. And it's the two most fisheries-dependent counties on the East Coast. We don't really have much else. And we're very separated from each other because our geography is lots of islands and lots of long peninsulas. And so it's hard to work together as a whole, that you get authority by participating. And it's not enough to complain. If you think things are wrong, you need to participate, and that's how you have voice.
Number one, protecting reproduction. So you protect nursery spawning areas and spawning and pre-spawning aggregations of fish. The next one is you protect juveniles. You certainly protect them until they're big enough to catch. And third, perhaps is as important as any of the others, you protect habitats so that these species have an opportunity and a place to exist in the system. And that means you ultimately have to control how, when, and where people fish. But people who are working at small scales can do that. But there are others too, and one of them is fishermen must participate in the management process because they're the only ones that have the fine-scale ecological information that's needed to make management work. The industrial fleet would think that they'd been invaded from Mars, and small-scale fishermen would have a very good chance of organizing themselves more than they are today.